Alright, so you got a new character. I am probably going to play a female. Not that it particularly matters. It just seems like a better idea for me.
There might be, sorry to interrupt. I was going to say there might be dialogue options which depend on that, but it doesn't really shape the game that heavily.
It seems like the gender-dependent dialogue sets are generally ignored by what the NPC actually says. You know, as far as the voice acting goes, the text dialogue will still have it in there, and will react both to your real name and your gender, but because of the wide variety of names you can put in, obviously they're not all recorded, so they don't actually say your character's name or even refer to your character's gender unless... or at all, actually. At least that's what it looks like. Anyway, I could really use the extra skill points and the bonus feat. So I'm also going to pick a human. That's actually pretty common for me. Wow, some of these character portraits are actually mirror images of each other, perhaps with different backgrounds, such as these two right here. Way to get creative there, BioWare. Alright, I'm gonna choose that one.
Yeah, how many years before KOTOR, the first one, is this?
About 1 year, actually.
Wow. And I remember KOTOR super, super fondly. And it...
Oh, same here.
Like, the year difference between this game and that one is, if it is indeed a year, is vastly improved.
In previous tests, I was running anything from a ranger to a monk. I'm actually going to multi-class as a rogue ranger, but start with the rogue. Though we will lack some frontline fighting, especially in the opening fights, it will make opening locks and disabling traps a lot easier.
Excellent.
So, true neutral's the default one. I usually err on the side of good, and since I'm playing a rogue, I'm probably going to be chaotic good. It's just
excellent.
It's usually my standpoint on that one. I don't generally play lawful good unless I have to, because it's too easy to fall into that class requirement of having a stick up one's rear end.
It's all too easy, but you don't need to do that. You just have to be aware of the fact that you're not being lawful stupid, you're being lawful good. There's pretty much a balance between the two considerations, basically.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with ranged attacks. So dexterity is definitely going to be one of my stronger suits. I also need a wider range of skill points and bonuses to open lock and disable advice. So I'll definitely need points in dexterity and intelligence. Since I'll be one of the closer fighters to being in the front lines, some constitution will also be useful. But I don't think wisdom would be too important, though that means I'm probably going to be the target of any sort of willpower effects, since the other two spellcasters will have a high will save as well as probably decent wisdom scores.
It's worth it for listen and spot, basically.
Yeah, that's about the only thing. I don't believe in the concept of dump stats, so I'm basically going to have 2 more or less average skills, 2 decent skills, and 2 good skills. So we're going to go with this sort of array right here. Strength of 13, Dexterity 15, Constitution 12, Wisdom 11, Intelligence 15, and Charisma 10.
Because when you're stabbing things from the shadow, it doesn't come as a requirement to be sociable.
Exactly. Although putting points in appraise would allow us to get better, would at least allow me to get better deals with the merchants. That may carry to the whole party, I'm not sure. I hope so. Definitely going to max out the disable trap and open lock skills, because that is the whole reason I chose a rogue. Also putting some points in parry. I'm actually going to cross-class into discipline, because it's a useful skill, and it will become a class skill later as I multi-class into ranger. Set trap will also be useful later once I multi-class into ranger. Also some pickpocket, a little bit of persuade. Lore helps with identifying items.
I mean, we could always just hand you our loot and then you sell it and pay us dividends.
Mm-hmm.
That's certainly true.
We'll make you like quartermaster, you know? You handle the funds, we'll just kill stuff.
Use magic device will also be helpful for me, especially since the other 2 members of my party will be able to cast magic and use devices without a problem. I'll need the used magic device skill in order to use them. It'll be difficult for me, but not impossible. Since I will be more of a ranged fighter, I'm not going to choose the ambidexterity feat, though I really want to. Instead, I'll go with dodge. And to get stuff moving early, also point blank. Wait, I have to think about that a little bit. I think point blank shot comes with the first level of ranger, but I'm not certain.
Well, if it does, don't you get a free feat?
I don't know. It may be wiser to choose mobility, since I'll be the closest to the front lines in fighting, and not getting hit is better than getting hit and taking a little bit of damage. So, we're gonna get scrappy up in here. Alright. Females, especially the human females, don't have a great variety, in my opinion, of what's available. Although I think all the heads are the same among the different races. Not a big fan of what's available here. I'm just going to go with the one with the headband here. Oh, I just noticed there's actually more tattoo variety than I thought. I'll go for some fairly extensive tattoos.
Wait, is your character going to get a chance to show off said tattoo?
That's a good question. I may deliberately choose skimpy clothing just so it shows off tattoos. Which is actually really silly. But we live in the age of chainmail bikinis, so yeah. Alright, that'll be good enough. So, skin color, we'll choose that one. Hair color doesn't seem to matter for this model because she appears to be wearing some sort of hat. Choose one of those metallic colors, and then maybe mess with the head so I can see what it looks like. Let's see. That'll be good enough. I believe the character portrait's wearing a robe anyway, so there we are. And I'm going to choose metallic blue tattoo. What is this? My apologies for that. I ended up getting a Skype call. Wasn't particularly fond of that, but I had to cancel out of it. I'm going to go with ridiculously colored blue tattoos. Just because I can.
At my command, attack!
Are you going to get blue hair?
Nah. I'm rolling a human. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm just going to go with a couple randomly generated names, see what I like.
She could have some kind of water or air elemental heritage.
That's true. Huh, this almost looks like a porn star name. Sable Rift.
Oh, man.
At their throats, cut them down.
Alright, I says you attack right now!
Okay, we are not doing Brutish Thug.
No time for talking, let's get to the action.
Is that the male version or
Throats,
female
cut them
version?
down.
Female.
No time for talking, let's get to the action.
To arms, to battle! We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Come on, it's time to take out the trash.
Kill them! Kill them all!
Step up to the fight. Bring them down. I hope you like pain. I'll put you in your place. I always get my way.
I want to say that the
Someone
voice can be
heal me,
changed later
please?
on if you're displeased with what you pick, but I'm not 100% certain of that.
I don't think you can.
To the fight! Onward!
I'm thinking either Cold Killer or Seductress.
Their throats. Cut them down. I'll see you cut asunder.
Yeah, let's go with Cold Killer. That sounds like a good idea. All right, we have ourselves a rogue. You can look over these tabs to confirm and finalize any of your skill, feat, or character sheet decisions, just in case you're not sure about what you picked. Just like in standard 3rd edition D&D rules, your character gets full hit points at first level, and then it's randomly rolled based on their hit die every level up.
But we will be able to circumvent that by going through the character leveling up process over and over until we get the full amount of hit points.
We can do that?
We can, and I will definitely take advantage of it. It's not cheating in a way.
Well,
It's not cheating at all.
well, in that case, I'll be doing that as well.